No, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes.
Hey guys, it's Ash here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 things that don't translate well in anime.
こういうのですか水泳部の助っ人頼まれてお風呂の水着サイズ合うか着てみたんすよ。何想像してたんすか先輩。
For this list, we're going to be going over the features of the Japanese language or culture which are difficult to translate into other languages so that other cultures can understand them. If there's something from an anime that flies over gaijin heads, which also flew over ours, please let us know in the comments. And as usual, if there's an anime list you want to see, go to my Twitter at AshJBo and let me know. Number 10, Keigo / modes of speech. One of the starkest features of Japanese as a language is Keigo, or respectful language. While other languages have more respectful ways of speaking, Keigo is far more codified than many others.
本当に私の話じゃないですよ。私に好きな人なんていないですから。でも今の流れは話は聞かせてもらいました。
Keigo can convey respect, politeness, humility, or even femininity or masculinity. Although translators usually try their best, there are subtleties that are lost in translation. While we'll get more into the specifics of Keigo later on, in broad strokes, characters in anime who use Keigo tend to be straight-laced, proper, or old-fashioned.
僕の名はロックリー。人に名を尋ねるときには自分から名乗るもんでしたよね。
Conversely, by not using Keigo, a character can be seen as rude, brusque, or uneducated.
約束は守る。だがその相手はお主ではござらん。
Number 9. Sibling Terminology. There are a multitude of terms for siblings in anime. Ani, Aniki, Anigo, Oni, Ototo, Anui, and those are just some of the words for brother. Other languages, like English, just aren't equipped to convey things like the nuances involved in each term.
例えばギャルゲーだとキャラのタイプごとにお兄ちゃんとか兄貴とかニーニーとか兄ちゃまんとかそれぞれ特別な呼び方で私を慕ってくれるのね。それがもう
Big or little brother / sister are pretty plain by comparison. And then there's the fact that sibling terminology is also used for people who are cousins or even between unrelated people who share a close bond.
こうしてはいられませんわ。お姉様の低層を守るのは私白井黒子の務め。
It's common courtesy for most Japanese people to refer to their sibling by one of these terms instead of or in addition to their name. When translating to another language though, it can sound stilted or old-fashioned.
What's that supposed to mean?
Easy, brother. She's just trying to help.
Number 8. Onomatopoeia. Every language has words used to imitate sounds, although some of these are easily translated, such as nya being the Japanese equivalent of meow. Not all of them are so easy to convey in other languages.
にゃーで合ってますか？
They're also far more codified in Japanese than in some others. For instance, they can pop up in conversations in anime, or characters will say them aloud, which is often done to convey cuteness or to comedic effect. They can also crop up in titles of anime. Additionally, because many anime are based on manga, some of them retain written sound effects on screen, which are naturally untranslated even by dubs. Number 7. Japanese pronouns. Personal pronouns are important identifiers in many languages, but Japan has some unusual ones. In English, for example, the personal pronoun I has no gender connotations. Not so for its Japanese equivalents.
別に不思議じゃないだろう。僕は戦闘が好きで、ここは格闘の聖地だ。
There are pronouns that denote not only gender, but some are used to denote a person's age, or at least the age they want to present themselves. Similarly, women who use these pronouns are seen as tomboys.
でも僕その記憶がまるでないから。
There are also polite or rude ways to address someone as you. These subtleties are tough to convey outside of Japanese.
てめえも俺
俺もオールマイトに憧れた。
Number 6. Name puns. Japanese uses several different character writing systems, so sometimes words can be written one way but mean something else, leading to a lot of puns.
イズクってデクって読めるんだぜ。
かっちゃん字読めるの？
読めねえの？んでデクってのは何もできねえやつのことなんだぜ。
This is particularly common among names for characters or special abilities in anime. For instance, in One Piece, Zoro's signature attack, Onigiri, can mean either demon slash or refer to a rice ball dish. This is naturally lost when translated to other languages, since the translators must decide between the literal and metaphorical names, meaning that the puns are often left out. And when they aren't, it can lead to even more confusion.
八神月君かな。
Number 5. Archetypes. Like any story medium, anime has its own archetypes, both for characters and genres.
あなたは鬼となった者にも人という言葉を使ってくださるのですね。
Some of these are unique to Japanese culture, such as the Yamato Nadeshiko, or traditional ideal of Japanese womanhood, while others are more closely associated with anime, such as the various dere stereotypes.
It'll be okay. Yuno's here to protect you.
Although a few of these have managed to make their way into pop culture enough that foreign fans can identify them, a lot of them still don't have equivalent words in other languages. So anyone who uses the terms is bound to sound like a weeb.
Why, you ask? Because Kei Shirogane is a mother flippin' tsundere.
Number 4. Nicknames. Nicknames can be hard to understand in one's native language. Sometimes there'll be references to pop culture, or maybe they rhyme or something. Japanese is no different.
エロ仙人のことバカにされた。なんだかムカつくってばよ。
Translating nicknames can be awkward in anime, since other languages don't have the touchstones that clue them into why someone has a nickname or what it means.
探したぞ。ビリビリ。
Maybe it has a double meaning or pun that doesn't translate well, or maybe the nickname is based on onomatopoeia. Regardless of what the nickname is, something about it is usually missing when it's converted for a dub.
Thank you, Ader. You're a good person.
Number 3. Speaking English. English is spoken quite frequently in Japan and is one of the most popular second languages there. English and American culture are big influences there, and characters in anime will often spout English phrases or use English words to emphasize a point, as a catchphrase, or as an attack name to add extra flavor.
行かせていただきます。 It's a pinch!
When these anime are translated into English, these moments are ironically lost in translation. Instead of doing the inverse for using Japanese, the English phrases are usually retained as is.
グレーターハードにヘブンリーオーラアブショーブションペネトレートアップグレーターマジックシールドマナエッセンス
It's such a shame. A quarter of the best memes in JoJo just fade into the background.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
Number 2. The closeness of given names. Most people know that in Japan, family names come first when spoken or written. However, family names also take priority in most interactions. If an anime character uses someone's given name, they're implying a degree of closeness or intimacy with the person they're referring or speaking to.
悪い。今のは。
嬉しいな。初めて名前で呼んでくれたね。
なんだと。
Some dubs will eliminate this distinction entirely by only using characters' first names. While it does help non-Japanese viewers remember names better, in theory, entire dynamics between characters can be lost.
あやねちゃん。
おーいた。
ちずちゃん。
The switch between using a family name and a given name can be a big step in plenty of romance anime, for example. It's like the equivalent of giving someone the key to your apartment. Well, sometimes.
楽。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Honorifics.
はい
はいリグル君。
なぜ人間を襲ってはならないのでしょうか。
こらリグル
Part of Keigo and being respectful is the use of honorifics. While most languages have them to some degree, Japan takes them very seriously. Honorifics are used to indicate respect or affection for someone else. Most of these are familiar with ones like Sun, Kun, Chan, and Sama, but there are plenty of others. And that's not even going into the whole senpai and kohai dynamics.
先輩モデルやってあげましょうか。
Not referring to someone with an honorific conveys either a degree of familiarity with someone or that the speaker is being rude.
この世で最も愚かな質問の一つだな、レオリオ。
レオリオさんだ。
While dubs sometimes use Mr. or Ms. or the equivalent, these subtle distinctions between the honorifics just doesn't translate. Some dubs have been trying to include some honorifics though, even if it comes off as kind of awkward.
なんだ体が。
リグル様。
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.